groggy. Whatever Hartman had bumped in me was making me numb. I felt like this was happening to someone else. Someone I was watching on television. I couldn't think. Couldn't focus. There were only empty sheets of paper here. No manuscript pages.
Good evening, Alan. Are we feeling better now? Feeling calm?
Yeah. I see you brought your pet gorilla with you. So sure, I'm calm. I get the message. Loud and clear.
Quite right. That's the spirit. You're being very brave, Alan. I understand you're confused. I would be more concerned if you weren't suspicious of me. I don't blame you for it.
Big of you.
Now, why don't you come with me? We'll reacquaint you with my clinic and go over everything you might have forgotten. Little walk and some fresh air? Yes, it will do you good. This corridor is for patients. Most of them aren't here right now. Jack took them out for a fishing trip, except for the ones who are particularly vulnerable, of course. I encourage creativity as a part of the recovery process here at Cauldron Lake Lodge. I specialize in treating artists.
I bet you do.
Splendid, Alan. I honestly believe we can get this thing under control if we work together. This way, Alan. Now, Alan, from past experience with you, I know I need to get right into the heart of the matter as quickly as I can after an episode. So I'm just going to say this. Alice is dead.
No.
You're in a very vulnerable state until you understand and accept this. Alice drowned, and you couldn't face that. You're suffering from hallucinations, paranoid delusions, unusual thinking, an obsession about light and darkness, a feeling that everything revolves around you, your thoughts and dreams. Your mind has constructed an elaborate fantasy scenario in which your writings are affecting reality. She has been kidnapped and supernatural forces of darkness are trying to stop you. We go this way, Alan.
I wasn't ready for another shot, so I went along with it. He had to be lying. But under the influence of the drug he had given me, I had to fight not to believe his words.
It's all in your head. You've been making it up. Apart from the tragic accident with your wife, no one has been killed. Your delusions are just a manifestation of your subconscious mind trying to protect you from the too painful truth. Unless we fight the fantasy, it will return. I know the instinct is to resist me, but think about it. Doesn't this make far more sense than the insane supernatural conspiracy you have concocted in your mind? You're a skeptic by nature, Alan. We both know this. Everything can be explained logically. I Never get tired of this view. Very inspiring, isn't it?
Cauldron Lake spread below us. I could see Mirror Peak on the other side of the lake. I thought I could make out the spot where Diver's Isle had been when I arrived with Alice. Now there was nothing but waves.
It seems there's a storm coming. Funny, I don't recall there being a mention of that in the weather forecast. Well, no matter. This way. Follow me. Alan, what I'm telling you is good news. Right now we're in control. Every time you have a relapse, it gets more and more difficult to resurface from the dark depths of your imagination. Not surprising, considering your profession. Imagination is what you work with. After all your nightmares, this should come as an immense relief to you. If it doesn't, why is that? Because I'm lying? Or because you don't want to admit that you're not well? It's very natural for you to think of me as your enemy. It's part of the illness.
I let him talk.
After all,
Hartman
I'm the
obviously
one
loved
trying
his
to
own
bring you
voice.
out of the
His
world
words
you've
echoed
constructed.
madly inside my head.
But I
dug my
can't do
nails
it
into
by
the palms of
myself.
my hands to stay
You need
focused.
to work with me. Once you accept that, you can begin the journey towards your recovery. Come along. Let's go inside. Now here's the entrance to the office wing. That's for staff only. You were impressed by my trophies when you first arrived here. I do love to hunt. The great outdoors, man versus nature. It's wonderful stuff.
Pretty damn wonderful, yeah.
Scary, scary, scary.
Emerson.
I'm a real bad dream, mister. You should be afraid of me. Don't want to run into me in the night, that's for sure.
Please, Emerson. Mr. Wake is confused enough as it is.
Yeah, you'd like me to go away so you won't be scared. But you can't just decide what kind of dream you have or when you have it.
Emerson.
Okay. Sorry. Boo. Elbow strike. Ooh, yeah. Get him to the head.
Alan, please. This way.
Hartman had mentioned that the power had been acting up. Maybe that was the reason for the generator and the work light on the balcony. The generator hadn't been activated, and there was no key.
Now, you might have noticed the typewriter in your room. You've been writing as a part of the therapy. As soon as you feel up to it, you should continue.
Oh, hello. I've painted you.
Okay.
I was just struck by inspiration a couple of days ago. Dr. Hartman wanted me to paint landscapes, and that's what I was doing. But now I've been doing these things, a lot of them. The images just keep coming. He likes them. He has them in his office.
Yeah?
He's very proud of me. He says I'm getting much better. I think I'm getting better. Well, I guess I'd better start wrapping this up. The storm is almost here. Look at that. I'd hate to be out there tonight.
My rheumatism's killing me. There's a storm coming. Oh, what a storm.
I hope it wipes this place off the face of the earth.
And these two are the Anderson brothers, Odin and Tor. They had a, how should I put this? A heavy metal band in the 70s and 80s called Old Gods of Asgard. They even adopted new first names to complete the image of Viking gods. After the band broke up, they lived on a farm nearby. They are, well, in advanced stages of dementia. They're well cared for, TLC and all that. There's nothing more that can be done. I'm afraid that the rock and roll lifestyle has left its mark.
Oh, that won't do. I'm so sorry to cut this short for now, Alan. The power has been acting up. I'd better go check on it. We'll continue this soon. Meanwhile, when you feel up to it, return to your room and try to write. It really is for the best. Don't you think?
I'd like to bash his head in with a hammer.
Oh, he'd love to fish out our secrets, but he has no clue. He's not crazy enough. Not crazy like us, Sonny.
Yeah!
Being crazy's a requirement, Sonny. Who else could understand the world when it's like this? It takes crazy to know crazy.
That's the sanest thing I've heard in a while.
Zane! You're all right, Tom. Hey, we like him, don't we, bro? He's got to go to the farm.
The Anderson Farm. Valhalla!
We wrote it all down, lest we forget. A crash course. All you need to know to get your head right. You need to find the message.
Here, Sonny, here's something for you. Gave me a rash, but I kept it safe from these bastards.
My head was clearing up, or according to Hartman, I was sinking back into the fantasy. I was convinced he was lying to me about everything. Crazy or not, the Andersons made more sense.
Tom, got any booze on you?
Yeah, no. Sorry,
we have a
guys.
stash of the special stuff at the farm. Our own formula. Local ingredients. Medicine clears your head right up. Makes you remember like moonbeams on the brain.
Oh, I just noticed. Leather patches on the elbows? That's not very rock and roll.
Tom just lost is all. Baba Yaga got to him too, the damn witch.
She used us all. Taken from all of us. Took my thunder, the witch.
And my ravens, what were they? Memory and thought, the hag.
She took something from you too, didn't she? That's what she does.
We're better off. This place, the lake, it gives you power. If you're a creator, an artist, a god.
Nightmare shifted in their sleep in the darkness of the lake.
Yeah, that's the one. She makes sure it comes out twisted and wrong. Just ask the lamp lady. She knows what happened to that other writer.
She's been using you, boy, and you let her. You went and opened the door for her, didn't you?
Now Now, it was already open a crack. And whose fault is that? We're morally corrupt, disease-ridden, old and stupid.
Doesn't mean he had to open it all the way, goddammit.
So tired. Built the farm close to the lake. A place of power.
We had parties there, man. You should go there and have a party.
That Bob Balder threw the F through the window. Hit that a hippie chick in the back of the head. 15 stitches and a concussion. Bob's dead now. Leukemia.
Stitches, snitches, and narcs, man. Bad scene.
I'm tired, man. So tired.
I want to go home.
Zane could feel the poems, taking form, shaping things. As he experimented, he imagined he could almost feel the power surging through the keys of the typewriter. It exhilarated him. But there was fear, too. If not for his young assistant Emil, he would have given it up. But Emil convinced him otherwise. He too had a way with words.
I'm a bad dream, and you can't wake up. You can't hurt a nightmare because all dreams are only imagination. They're only in your head, and they're not there when you wake up. So you can't wake up because I'm in charge now, and I don't want to disappear. My nightmare is the publisher people who want to make a contribution so they can say they made a contribution. And then we end up with mullets in there because they think mullets are funny, but it wasn't supposed to be about mullets, and now it's about mullets. And when it's in slow motion, they call it mullet time because the numbers came back from marketing that mullet time is the hook we needed to go big in the target demographic. And they're not even kidding. They say it all like serial killers with straight faces and smiles. My nightmare is the writers who want to make everything from the characters to the toasters talk all the time and express their feelings so they won't shut up. And the writers won't shut up either because they have feelings too. And I have to listen to them because they're not scared of me. And everyone should just shut up. Shut up. Shut up. But I don't see nightmares anymore because I'm too scared.
Opa, e aí, pessoal?
I take 2 pills every morning and 1 with every meal and 4 when I go to bed. And that makes me the scariest nightmare of all.
Ouvindo as histórias dos loucos aqui.
Why don't you humor Dr. Hartman and give the writing a shot, huh? Typewriter's in your room. You can get to your room by those stairs, Wake.
Pô, que legal, vocês realmente querem que eu escreva, né?
Hartman and the nurses would have keys, but there was no way to get my hands on them. Something's wrong. I'm not myself. It's hard to think that there's a shadow inside my head. I can only focus on writing. Everything else is a blur. I'm trapped in this cabin. Have been for days, but it's always dark outside. My editor is real. I saw her again. She's not human. It's not human. A dark presence is wearing the old woman's face. She was covered in clinging shadows. There's a hole in her chest where her heart should be. I think I've made a horrible mistake. I don't think I'm any closer to saving Alice. It's been lying to me, using me to get the story it wants, and the story will come true.
Aqui eu tinha entrado já. Aqui não. Aqui também. Do outro lado. Acho que não dá pra
Hartman
ir.
wanted me to write. I knew I couldn't, but I figured I should just play along for now. It was the only thing I could do with Nurse Birch watching me like a hawk.
Ah, então tá bom. Deve ser muito estranho pra qualquer Zênio olhar isso aqui e falar assim: o que é isso, né? O que é isso?
The
Computador sem monitor?
in front of me hurt my eyes. My hands began to shake uncontrollably.
Everybody calm down. Put that down. Bert, I need help.
Hey, Wake, you stay here. I'm gonna go see what's up. You just keep doing what you're doing. Be cool, okay?
Caramba, que lugar legal, hein?
I didn't know what the chaos was all about, but it could be my only chance of getting out of here.
I don't know.
Oh, afraid of the crazy brothers, are ya? Not so weak now, are we? Well, things are unraveling fast, aren't they?
Hartman kept talking, giving Barry the grand tour, clearly proud of the place. He went on and on about his hunting trophies, and Barry was impressed. But he was here on business. He raised his voice, cut through the monologue. Hey, Hartman, where's Al? Hartman stopped in mid-sentence, annoyed at the interruption. He nodded at the hulking orderly standing nearby. The man smiled and clapped a practiced hand on Barry's shoulder.
It's my store. I'm taking it. We're on a comeback tour, baby.
Sinclair looked bad. That wasn't a love tap. The crazy old fart hit her hard. And if she was one of Hartman's goons, she had it coming. I could get the key
Backstage
to
is
the
all
office room from
yours, Tom.
Sinclair.
Seize your destiny.
I had to get to Hartman's office. He had taken all my manuscript
Come out
pages.
and face
That's
the
where he'd
music,
been keeping
Birch.
them.
It's time to pay the piper.
Maybe you could come out and beat our wrinkled, adult, diapered asses for it, since you're so tough, Bert.
We were on the road, man.
The photo on the wall caught my attention. In it, the clinic staff was standing outside the lodge. I knew the man next to Hartman. He was the kidnapper. Hartman had been playing me all along.
Hartman, do you hear me? I'm gonna do your crazy quack ass to shreds! Seriously, do you have any idea how...
Barry?
Ow! About time!
Barry, man, am I glad to see you.
We need to get to Hartman's office. These were all the pages I had on me. And more.
Alan, please. You're sliding back into the...
Tell me one more lie and I'll shoot you in the face.
Ah, well, it was worth a shot. Really, Wake, come on. Let's work together on this. You have no idea...
Hartman, shut up! Barry, get out of here. I'll catch up with you. Get a car.
Oh, Al, let's just...
Go!
Wake, listen to me. This is a mistake. Don't you see? Together we can create something absolutely wonderful. With your ability and mine.
Hartman followed the fall of Alan Wake with his binoculars. When the rider hit the water, he ordered Jack to take the boat to him. The spot was easy to see in the dark, even with all the extra lights in the boat. The flare floated and kept burning even in the water. Jack turned the radio louder as the engine sputtered. The music was rough and clanking, something the Anderson brothers would no doubt have enjoyed. But Hartman chose to ignore it. Wake was finally within his reach. Light to get the possessed bookshelves out of my way. Hartman knew he was no creator. He had no ambitions on that front, and he certainly didn't want to end up like every artist he had worked with here, damaged in ways that were hard to describe, or worse. It was enough for Hartman to maintain creative control and provide direction, to be a producer. That was what most of these people were in need of anyway. Of course, suitable subjects were few and far in between.
to go through the hedge maze over there.
Barry, I don't have a light.
Take this, Al. Oh, God! Look at the house, Al! Look out!
Ó pra onde que eu vou ter que vir, meu. Opa! Peguei bastante item. Vou dar a volta. É. Me sentindo no Resident Evil agora. Don't trust Emil.
I stared at the Viking paraphernalia that littered the area, surrounding an unlikely centerpiece. A full-size stage complete with an impressive sound system with all the trimmings, including a dragon. It took a special kind of crazy to build something like this in a remote field. When the sky split open with a deafening boom and the music started blasting, it felt strangely appropriate.
Channel. We'll turn it off. We don't want any fighting. It makes me sad.
Tem alguém loucão aí.
You get 2 pills in the morning, and then you'll be nice and cold.
Não, corvos de novo não.
You get 3 pills in the evening. You sleep like a baby.
Não, para. Nossa, sacanagem isso. Nossa senhora, mano. O jogo é pela. Tá bom, velho. Só tenho um. Os corvos nesse jogo são bem chatinhos. Vamos lá pegar, né? Eu apertei, maldição. Legal, só que eu não tenho proteção contra ele. Acabou? Ah, acabou. Queria mais itens. Oh, você é bravo, hein? É isso aí, vamos ver até quando eu canso. Live todo dia até eu cansar. Na verdade é que eu tô jogando, né? Tô fazendo live que eu tô jogando o jogo. Não sei se eu vou fazer live todo dia, né? Não gosto de prometer também porque é difícil, né? Às vezes você tá indisposto. Tal. E live de jogo pra mim nunca me rendeu nada. Então eu nem vejo como trabalho, né? Diferente do trabalho que a gente tá fazendo que a gente faz no Japonote cada dia, né? Que a gente tá se esforçando para fazer nas IRLs, né? São um pouco diferentes. Eu jogo porque eu gosto de jogar mesmo.
Mott knew that Wake was smarter than him. Wake had more money, a beautiful wife, everything. And Hartman said Wake was important. That made him better than Mott. But Mott was calling the shots now. He'd expected Wake to whimper and grovel, but instead, he seemed willing to fight. Mott knew he'd gotten under Wake's skin. If only Mott actually had his wife. The thought made him shiver.
Tá certo, tá um pouco. Estou com pouca munição, eu diria. Cara, esses corvos me dão nos nervos. Eles são mais difíceis do que acho que no Resident, né? Que eles vêm em bando aqui. Dá um receio maior. Opa. Ô, louco, meu. Saiu do meio do mato. Não, não. Geralmente as lives é que eu gosto de conversar, né? Eu fico viajando nos pensamentos, falando umas baboseiras. É por isso que eu gosto de fazer live. Eu gosto de ficar falando. Aí eu acho interessante, né? Oh, meu Deus do céu. Ah, eu não consigo desviar desses bagulho, cara. Me dá uma raiva. Vai morrer carriola. Aí, ó. Matei... Que jogo que você mata a carriola? Alan Wake, meu.
Barry was just glad he had survived the fall. He had been separated from Al, and there was no easy way to climb back up. He told himself he'd be okay in the gloomy forest at night. He would just have to wait for a while for Al to find his way down. Barry turned when he heard the heavy footsteps and saw the movement. The man-shaped shadow lunged at him from the bushes, an axe held high. Barry screamed and threw up his hand. The world exploded.
Oh, obrigado. Eu não acho que eu sou tão, assim, desenvolto para a conversa, mas eu agradeço o elogio. Obrigado. Tô com uma leitura travada falando isso. Acho que ler livro ajuda bastante a conversar, né? Minha mãe incentivava bastante a gente a ler livro desde criança. Eu lia quando eu estava no Brasil. Inclusive, uma das coisas que eu costumava fazer por falta de dinheiro era ir em sebo de livro e procurar por livros para ler que eu pudesse comprar, né? Livros baratos. Ó, os filhos da mãe. Caramba, o que é isso? Os caras tão tunado? Ó o outro vindo ali, ó. Pelas costas. Que é isso? Os caras tunado, meu. Não vou ficar enrolando muito não, que os caras estão meio tunados aí. Tudo começou com a coleção Vagalume. Não sei se você gosta de ler. Mas ajuda bastante, né? Você vai para outros lugares, viaja. Aprendi a gostar de ler. Acho que talvez seja isso, né? Ah, subo aqui, tá. Vou pegar um pouco de rio aqui. Lembrar que tem rio, né? Voltar pra cá se precisar. Ah, meu amigo tá ali na frente. Eu sinto que ele vai morrer. Eu sinto isso. Peguei bastante item pra uma boss fight, eu diria, né? Então eu sinto que o meu amiguinho lá vai sofrer.
Hartman watched as Wake's features slackened. The man was bullheaded, no doubt. Even lying on the bed, he'd almost broken Hartman's nose the second time. But with a little time, he could break Wake down, give him proper direction. Wake was easily the most promising subject he had had. Well, since Tom, really. Sleep well, Alan, Hartman whispered with a smile. Let me take care of you. He sniffed hard to clear his throbbing nose, swallowed blood, and barely tasted it.
A história tá ficando tensa. É, eu também tenho lido menos do que eu gostaria também. É esse jeito de tentar falar assim com monotônio, eu diria, né? Mais calmo. Tô aqui, meu. Eu consigo pular, cara. Ah, mano. Ah, tá, lá boss fight. Esse jeito, talvez... Ah, de novo os... Nossa, quanto bicho. É uma maneira de tentar controlar, sabe? O sentimento. Porque eu não sou tão calmo assim, não. Aqui não tem luz. Eu acho que eu me coloquei numa posição meio ruim aqui. Só acho. Fui indo pro canto, fui indo pro canto. Tá. Vamos ficar aqui parados. Eu errei o primeiro tiro, né? O primeiro tiro não foi legal. Vou ficar aqui no cantinho primeiro mesmo.
Hurry up, Barry. I'm on it.
Pronto, controlado. Dá licença, meu. Dá licença da frente.
Al, please tell me we're headed for the nearest "You're now leaving Bright Falls. Come back soon" sign.
We're going to the Anderson farm.
I knew you were gonna say something like that. You know what? You owe me big time for this. When this is through, if we make it, I don't care what anybody says, I'm done with darkness. You're gonna buy me a tanning bed as a gift, and I'm gonna live in it.
I'm crazy, but that's fine, Barry.
Oh, you got that right, Al. You're barking mad. You are by far the
But
craziest.
maybe that's inevitable when you deal with crazy stuff like this. It helps. This is happening, Barry. Alice, they never had Alice. She's trapped in the darkness at the bottom of the lake, but she's not dead.
Al, how can you know that?
I know, Barry. I can...
Al,
No, listen. I can bring her back. I can find her. There's something special about this place. The lake, it does something to the works of art created here. It makes them come true. But there's a catch. The dark presence, whatever that thing is, twists it to its own ends. That's why all of this is happening. It's using my manuscript to take over everything.
Al, I believe you.
It happened to Thomas Zane before, it happened to the Andersons.
I believe you. Crazy or not, you're not delusional. Weird shit's going down. That's a fact. I'm on board, man. I'm with you.
Esse é amigo mesmo, hein?
But they were too far gone to tell me with all the drugs they were on. But they wrote it down. There's a message somewhere at their farm, Barry. We just need to find it.
Look out!
Droga, mano. Ah, tá vivo, tá vivo. Eu não lembrava da história.
God damn it, Al, talk to me!
Grita, pelo amor de Deus.
I had lost my gun in the crash. Barry was nowhere to be seen.
Barry! Barry!
Oh, man, you're okay! Jeez, it's good to hear your voice! I was trying to get out of the car, but the ground gave way. Man, what a drop! And don't worry, your cutout is fine.
Forget that. Are you okay?
I hit some bushes, didn't get a scratch. There's no way you can climb down, though. It's like a sheer wall. Ah, Al, There's something moving down here!
Barry, it's a taken! Use a flare, Barry!
Oh, yeah!
Barry, are you alright?
I'm good, Al! I'm great! You never mess with anyone in New York City! You're gonna have to find your way around to the farm, Al! I'll be waiting!
Barry, just wait for me, okay?
Al! I'm not staying here! It's suicide! I'm going to the farm! I'm gonna go ahead and secure the area. You can catch up. Don't worry about it. I'm on the case.
Eu tô te vendo, meu.
Turn into a disaster if I didn't catch up with Barry.
Da hora, essa parte tá da hora. Falta de remédio lá, ó. Não fica fazendo essas coisas comigo sem arma, não. É chato, mano. Dá medo. Não tenho nenhuma máquina fotográfica pra tirar foto. Ixi. Opa, o café ali, ó o café. Ah, meu. Só queria um café. Será que tem arma ou coisa parecida? É ruim que eu não faço ideia pra onde que eu tenho que ir, né? Nossa senhora, tomei nas costas. E ele também não consegue correr, né? O cara é um fumante. Maldito.
Shadows crawled over the gate. I needed a light to destroy them to get through.
Ué, não entendi o que é pra fazer com isso. Ah, tá, eu vou ligar, né? Tá.
I hope there'd still be a working generator somewhere around here to power up the old lights by the gate.
Entendi. Então eu não vou me arriscar a entrar naquela escuridão. Vou procurar onde que tem esse fio aqui, ó, pra ligar, né? Saquei.
Agent Nightingale stared at the passed out rider. The man was sleeping off one hell of a night. Nightingale felt a stab of envy at Wake's oblivion, but he had a job to do. He put the gun to Wake's head and almost became a murderer. His hand shook and his throat felt tight and dry. Biting his teeth, he tried again to pull the trigger. He lost the nerve. Wake stirred. Nightingale would have to settle for an arrest.
Eu acho que eu podia vasculhar aquela parte ali atrás, mas eu vou dar seguimento. Hoje eu não vou ficar procurando muito, não. Se estiver perto de mim, eu procuro, mas se tiver que voltar muito...
Facing the enemy without a weapon was dangerous, but I had no choice.
Esse negócio dele encontrar a lanterna, eu sei que é um jogo, mas é muito conveniente, né? Ele sempre acha nas horas que precisa, né? Ele podia ter uma no corpo, talvez. E aí as pilhas, talvez, achasse... Ah, sei lá. Tô viajando aqui. Quem sou eu, né? Nem fiz o jogo, já tô viajando aqui. O diretor devia... Ah, não, mano. Não, 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 não. É, tô ligado que esse negócio do ômega 3 é bom pro coração, mas é meio perigoso. Ah, não vai dar. Ai, meu Deus, não vai dar. Sai daí, mano. Meu Deus do céu, eu tava apertando o botão e não conseguia sair. Que agonia.
I could sense the movement in the woods ahead.
Adianta encontrar...
It was dangerous, but I had no choice.
Importa encontrar ó, a ferramenta pra matar os bichos e não sabe usar, mano? Eu vou lá com tudo e vou tentar ligar. Tô ligado, tô ligado. Não vou olhar pra trás, não vou olhar pra trás. Não funcionou. Ah, mas eu não tenho nada. Ah, pula aí, cara. Eu não tenho arma, não tenho nada. Não. Sai, 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 sai. Sai, 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 sai. Vem aí, mano. Vem aí. Vem aí na luz. A luz é o irmão mais velho, né? Chega aí, chega aí.
A car was driving away from the farm, headed in the same general direction as I was. For all I knew, it was Barry, caught in the consequences of leaping before looking.
Tá bom. Ah, não, não, não. Corvos não. Corvos não. E os corvos somos nós. Para trocar para a lanterna resistente. Eita, peguei a lanterna resistente, velho. Olha o tamanho dessa lanterna. Eu mato os caras só dando lanternada na cabeça, cara. É coronhada de lanterna. Toma aí.
The car was heading for the cabin up ahead. It wasn't far. If it was Barry, I would see the damage soon.
E se não for o Barry? Aí que legal que o cara chama Barry, né? É o mesmo nome lá do cara meio gordinho assim, parrudo do Resident, né? Será que é o mesmo universo? Barry Burton. Resident Evil. Eu lembro até hoje dessa apresentação. Chris Redfield. Opa. O que aconteceu?
Trying to deliver each page to the right time and place. I'm trying to show you how the story goes.
É Deus.
I had seen glimpses of the light before. I had seen it in my dream. It was a strange spaceman or a diver in a bulky suit. He was the one who'd been placing the pages on my path. The dark presence followed the choreography laid out to it in the manuscript, growing stronger and stronger, moving like a storm from one scene of destruction to the next. But it was still bound to follow the story and chained to the dark place it came from. When the story reached the end it longed for, it would finally be free.
Caramba! Ah! Eu juro que eu ia pegar. Filho da mãe, quase, mano. Nossa senhora. Pensava que era uma... Nossa, passei do lado, ó. Pensei que era uma página. Oh, meu Deus do céu. Que susto do caramba. Você é covarde, cara. Você espera eu prender o pé nessas porcaria aqui pra me pegar? Vem aí agora, eu vou correr loucaço nesse negócio aqui, eu quero ver. Duas pra direita, duas pra esquerda, só desviando. Ó.
Someone had left a gun behind. Now I had a fight chance of reaching the farm.
Someone deixou uma arma. Você que escreveu, pô.
The storm raged on as the Anderson brothers walked unsteadily away from the clinic with the other patients in tow, knowing that this time they wouldn't return. The darkness around them seethed with horrors, but Tor and Odin were unafraid. Their eyes glinted with guile. They knew every secret path, and there was blood on their hands. They had fought these shades before.
Beleza, mano. Thor e Odin vão me dar uma mão. Com as mãos cheias de sangue. Opa, tem um café ali, ó. Será que tem um modo de eu entrar aqui? Aí, ó. Achei. Parece que o Alan não consegue subir essa pedrinha. Por que ele não consegue subir? Tinha uma escada ali, pô. Toma essa, cara. Opa. Quase. Parece que alguém deixou uma arma aqui e várias munições. Ou será que fui eu que escrevi essa história e fiz isso pra ficar mais fácil pra mim? Tá bom. Tô ligado, Sr. Alan Wake. Falando nisso, não isso, né? Não falando do jogo aqui, mas tem muito filme que acontece isso, né? Tipo, acontece algo simplesmente porque quer que aconteça, né? Aí é meio ruim quando você tá jogando. Opa, é pra eu ir ali? É pra eu ir pra... Ah, é pra eu ir pra lá, tá. Ah, beleza. Tem que tomar cuidado pra não pisar nos negócios no chão. Tipo aqueles negócios de aconteceu porque o diretor quis. Meu Deus do céu, que é isso? Nossa. Prefiro me matar aqui do que... Ah, não deu tempo. É muito ruim correr com Alan Wake, cara. Nossa senhora. Você não sabe, você não tem arma. Porque se você fica todo ferrado, né? Se você não tem arma, não tem nada, eu vou fazer o quê? Não consigo correr, ó. Maldito fumante. Olha isso, cara. Nossa senhora. Ah, muito chato isso. Espera aí que eu tenho que carregar. Nossa, eu juro que eu ia. Ah, cara. Não, não vou não. Não vou não. Nossa senhora. Vem aí, vem aí. Vem aí, ó. Nem tô tremendo. Vem aí, mano.
I could see the car, but there was no sight of the driver.
Hello? Anybody here?
Putz, Barry, não, Barry.
No! Danny, you're not! Please!
Meu Deus, é em cima? Meu Deus do céu. Onde é que eu entrei? Ah, é aqui.
I know you. You were in jail the other day.
I went to the farm again for the moonshine, you know? It makes you see. They're not gonna miss it. They're in the loony bin. My buddy, Danny, I lost him. Something's gone wrong with him. It's not him. Like a real bad follow-up to a real good movie. The best friend's suddenly the bad guy. Who wrote this crap anyway?
Fui eu, desculpa. E morreu. Nossa senhora.
I've run through every possible course in my head. If I continue like the Dark Presence wants me to, the story I'm writing won't save Alice. It's a horror story, and it's going to kill her, and me, and everybody in this town. No one will survive. Darkness will consume everything. This is what it's wanted all along. It will be free, unstoppable. It used Alice to get to me, dangled her in front of me to keep me going. It was never going to release her. I'm going to change this. I'll escape.
Legal.
I've written myself into the story. I'm now the protagonist. This feels like a terrible risk, but it's the only way to save Alice. I'll be bound by the events of the story just as much as anyone else who's been woven into it. The story must stay true for this to work. There have to be victims along the way, near escapes, cliffhangers. In a horror story, it can't be certain that the hero will succeed or even survive. He almost has to die. I'll write my own escape into the story next. I need help. Zane's going to be the one who will help me. I'll make it happen.
Esse jogo é muito bom, cara. Tem uma história muito boa. Eu acho que a jogabilidade dele peca em algumas coisas, mas eu acredito que seja mais um gosto pessoal do que uma falha do jogo, sabe? Eu tô acostumado com outros jogos e aí eu acabo empregando essa minha análise baseado nisso. E também ele já é um jogo mais antigo, né? É aceitável a jogabilidade ser datada. E eu não entendi 100% da história quando eu joguei a primeira vez. Vou te sentar-lhe a espingarda, cara. Olha isso. Palhaço.
Yes. Danny, huh?
A história é muito boa. Eu acho legal quando tem, tipo assim, um jogo de terror. Embora o foco seja o terror, tenha uma boa história, né? Ou conseguem criar uma boa história. E agora?
I could climb out through the broken window.
Eu não quero sair pela janela quebrada, cara. Aí, ó. Quase não saí.
Still a good distance away. I'd need a car to get there fast.
Ó, achei um lugar secreto. Meu Deus do céu. Cara de residente aqui. Agora tá podendo jogar em português é bom, né? Bom. Deixa melhor ainda o jogo. Tá, vamos dar uma vasculhada aqui rapidinho pra gente pegar o carro e vazar. Eu pensei que era o Danny, mas não era, né? Danny não era o Barry, mas era o Danny. Danny. Para, rapaz, de ficar respirando desse jeito.
If Barry wasn't up here, he was probably in trouble down at the farm. For a moment, I felt bad for doubting him. After all, I made it this far myself. But Barry was Barry.
Opa. Ó, o café. Quantos cafés será que eu já peguei? Será que eu tô chegando no final do jogo? Eu realmente não lembro, cara. Embora eu ter zerado o jogo, né? Deixa eu dar uma olhada aqui. Vou ver pelas estatísticas. Eu já peguei 55 café. Não, eu tô na metade. Tá certo que eu não saí procurando tudo, né? Mas eu vou supor que eu tô na metade do jogo mais ou menos. Eu poderia ir ali na frente procurar, né? Alguma coisa. Vamos procurar aquela casinha ali. É difícil, né? Não ficar vasculhando as coisas. É. Os bichos chatos. Né? Meu Deus do céu, cara. É bom farmar, na verdade, né? Dá uma farmadinha. Parece que tem alguém respirando ali do lado de fora. Não sei se sou eu ou se é alguém do lado de fora, mas acho que eu não vou verificar, não. Eu acho que eu poderia ir lá em cima também, né? Será que é uma boa ideia? Não parece uma boa ideia, né? Eu vou lá. Ah, mas parece que é por aqui mesmo que tem que vir, né? Olha o carro dos Winchester aí, ó. Carry on my way, son. Rifle de caça ou a 12? Ah, cara. Não é por nada não, mas eu não curto muito rifle, não.
Well, as I'm sure everyone's noticed, that storm we all felt coming is finally here. The boys at the Weather Service reckon it'll last until morning at the very least. Pertaining to that, let me read that missing persons alert again. The Sheriff's Department's still looking for a Caucasian woman, 30 years old, slim and blonde with blue eyes. She may be lost in the woods, and it's possible she's been injured in a car accident. If you see her, please make sure you get her indoors and call the sheriff. It's bad weather to be caught out in, so if you see someone in the area who maybe looks a little confused, give them a hand, all right? This is Pat Maine on KBF FM, hoping you're all safe and warm tonight.
Deixa eu ver como é que é mirar com ela, pelo menos, né? Ah, eu não miro, né? Ah, então eu vou jogar com ela. Acho que eu nunca... Peraí, espingarda. Escopeta. É, eu vou com a espingarda aqui. Vou jogar com ela. Não sei se vai ser bom ou não. Não tem mira mesmo. Vamos pegar o carrinho ali do Supernatural. É, eu também não terminei não. Ih, olha o bicho. Olha os bichos vindo. Ah, dá um tempo, vai. Fica esperto, meu. Eita. Tenho medo não, rapaz. Pera aí, nem sei pra onde que eu tenho que ir. Ah, ali. Ah, ele não vai deixar eu passar, né? Aí bate no carro mesmo. Já saí fora já. Você vai entrar falando isso? Caramba, vocês... Meu Deus do céu. Meu Deus. Olha o bicho, mano. Nossa, que loucura. Rapaz, agora deu uma assustada, hein? Falei assim, ferrou-se. Que loucura. O trator assassino. Falaram que no 2 não tem, né, essas coisas, né? Acho que isso é uma coisa que realmente... Tipo, eu tenho mais medo dos bichos correndo atrás de mim do que de um trator assassino, pra ser sincero, né? Então acho que foi uma melhoria legal que colocaram no 2. Falaram que não tem essas coisas. Será que dá dano? Não, não vai tomar dano de graça não, deixa eu... Cara, eu joguei e não lembro dessa parte. Opa lá, vamos pegar item. Ah, opa, que beleza. Ih, não posso pegar mais, já lotou. Boa. Nossa, não era pra ter feito isso, cara, de novo. Pode vir agora, mano. Pode vir. Tinha munição lá dentro, né? Mas não pegar não. Que isso? Se eu atirar aqui vai acender? Vou deixar aí, né? Vai que eu preciso usar isso daí. Tem mais de um, ó. Tem um gigantão ali também. Ah, tá. Entendi. Ah, oh, ah.
Run! Incoming! There's too many of them!
God damn.
Uma pena que tá com um pouco de lentidão na ceninha de CG, né? Mas da hora. Charlie Bronson. Ô, louco. Oh meu Deus, como é que você chegou aqui? Era isso que eu queria testar. Do nada o bicho veio e me pegou. Nossa senhora, que lanterna é essa? Ah, é pra você se sentir poderoso. Certo. Ô louco, não faça isso. Nossa, eu morri, mano. Eu tava brincando. Tá bom, vai. Os caras não deixam nem você... Ah, de novo? Nossa, olha isso, cara. Opa, desviei. Joguei mal, tô jogando mal, tô jogando mal. Mas...
No, no, no! Why do you keep doing this to me? Barry, please, please, please!
Opa. Nossa, desviei, ó. Nossa, eu tenho uma raiva disso. Você desvia, desvia, desvia. Nossa. Quase morri. É bom que tem uns chãozinhos de rock, mano. Nossa senhora. É, a partezinha da hora. Se você para pra analisar os jogos, né? Muitas coisas são parecidas, né? Essa parte de você ficar preso num lugar e ter que defender uma parte enquanto acontece alguma coisa e precisa de um tempo limite e você tem que ficar defendendo o lugar. Resident Evil 3 tem isso, né? O remake. Eu só não consigo pensar claramente agora, mas você pode pensar em outros jogos que tenham a mesma coisa, né? Só de maneiras diferentes. Como é feito que é o importante, né? Esse com o show de rock aí ficou legal. Será que tem um cafezinho ali? Peraí. Ah, tem um manuscrito lá, ó. Haha.
Deputy Mulligan tuned Thornton's chatter out. He didn't think riders were particularly useful people, and a huge manhunt for one struck him as idiotic. Certainly not worth the missed opportunity for coffee and pie. It wasn't even clear what the man had done, except run from them at the trailer park. Mulligan knew he wasn't alone. The sheriff's patience with the Fed was running out.
Bom. A espingarda é boa pra caramba. Se a gente parar e pensar, os jogos são sempre assim parecidos, né? Mas como eles mostram, fazem essa parte parecida.
No reason to worry. Your cutout's good as new, right where I left it. I'll come back for it once we have the place secure.
Yeah, that's been my biggest worry all this time. We need to get this thing moved out of the way.
This is as far as I got before they ambushed me.
Certo, a gente precisa subir ali, ó. Vai ter algum bicho aqui? Ah, eu vou subir aqui. Falaram isso inclusive do Alan Wake 2, que ele tem bastante coisa de bastantes jogos, mas que ele fez muito bem feito.
Hey, I think Alan Wake here has something to say. What's that, Al? I'm Alan Wake. I'm always right about everything. And if I don't get my way, I'll sulk all day long. I'm always intense and moody. It makes
I'm just standing here because I need my best friend Barry to carry me. But that's okay. I can just take him for granted.
I think I see what you did there.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
You want me to do my imitation of Barry Wheeler? No? Thought so.
Wow! You look at that thing, Al! They really went all out with this Viking crap, didn't they? Look at all this stuff. They must have done okay for themselves, so how come I never heard of these guys before?
And this from the guy who learned about Ozzy Osbourne through reality TV?
Sleep. We all spend a third of our dreams
Nossa.
somewhere
Back
between
memories.
fantasy and
Hey,
oblivion.
remember when I got you that gig?
But
Your
dreams
first
have a way
real
of
writing
forcing
job. What got you
themselves into
started?
waking life.
Eu não consigo ler tudo isso não, meu.
In Night Springs. Tonight's episode, The Dream of Dreams.
That's by someone else.
We join Mr. Jones as he explores the endless dreamscape, only to be brought to a sudden stop by a decidedly mundane situation. A long line of people.
Hey, Jones, right? Listen, we're gonna have to wait until His Highness over there is good and ready. Oh, wow. Who's that? You don't know him? What are you, new? He's the guy dreaming us. Well, not just us. He dreams everything. All of this.
But wait, no. I'm the one who's dreaming. I'm asleep. Isn't this my dream?
Oh, yeah. Sure. Get real, pal. You're just another dream. I'm a dream. You're a dream. The weirdo in the diving suit is a dream. And the girl made of smiles and sunshine is definitely a dream.
But I'm pretty sure I'm dreaming this.
Well, maybe you're a really confused dream. What am I, a shrink? All I know is I'm going with the smart guys. And they say that's the guy doing the dreaming. Right there.
I don't know what that means.
It means we keep him happy. No sudden falls. We make sure he has his clothes on when he goes out in public. No chases where the monster is nipping at his heels and he runs like crazy, but his legs don't seem to get him anywhere. None of that. Because if he wakes up in a cold sweat... Yeah, precisely. So we wait till he wants to move on. Keep things nice and calm.
Hey, something's happening here.
Yeah? What's that?
What? Can't you hear that?
Oh, God help us. It's an alarm clock. Oh, it's you, isn't it? Please, man, I got a wife and kids. Please don't wake...
Pra onde tem que ir? É só pra eu entrar? Não, acho que tem que subir. Ah, tá aqui. Opa, bom dia.
It's 1976. Madness reigns at the Anderson farm. Contrary to all logic, the headiest ingredient of their moonshine is unfiltered water from Cauldron Lake. The Andersons feel like gods. Odin can't stop laughing. He contemplates cutting his eye out. Tor runs across the field, naked, shrieking, hammer in his hand, trying to catch lightning. Their songs have power. Something ancient is stirring in the depths, coming back. The Viking boat looked imposing, almost like a battering ram.
Olha, os caras tinham turnê. Ah, não. Nossa, que isso? Tomar banho, hein, meu? Que tanto de bicho, meu. Ah, é o rapidinho. É o The Flash lá. Ah, The Flash.
I think we can make it through here, Al.
E você tava até agora aí parado. Cadê você? Ele tá me chamando pra algum lugar que não é na onde eu tô. Ah, ele tá ali no canto. Tá. Vou chegar lá. Nossa, que mentira, mano. Você não tava aí, não? Nossa, que isso? Vou matar todo mundo. Como é que você chegou até aí e ninguém te matou? Aí fica o mistério. Ah, tá, tem uma luz aí. Então tá bom, tá perdoado.
Wow! Those geezers had quite a production going on. Ooh, you know what, Al? If we make it through this alive, I'm gonna start representing them. Sell this stuff online, maybe get a reality show going, release a new single. Be careful, Al!
Ô, louco. Nossa.
I'm good. Keep your eyes open, okay?
Eu não tô bem não, mano. Esses bichos aparecem do nada. Tô passando mal. Como é que... Ah, dá pra subir, mas... Tá, tá vendo. Tá acontecendo alguma coisa aí fora? Hum...
As you regular listeners know, I tend to work through the night, but I'm not the only one. Deputies Mulligan and Thornton are taking a couple of moments off their busy schedule to join me here in the studio. Boys, how busy are you now? Deerfest is almost here, isn't it? I bet that keeps you in business.
Pretty busy, yeah. Actually, Pat, we've been real busy with other stuff, which concerns an ongoing investigation. We can't talk about that, Thornton. I wasn't gonna say anything. I was just saying we got, other irons to fry.
And how would you compare your workload to last year's? Things have seemed relatively peaceful to me, but people do tend to get a little wild this time of year.
Oh, it's wild, Pat. It's pretty wild. There's been all sorts of trouble this year. Vandalism, fighting, public disturbances. A lot of people gone missing, too. Yeah, it's pretty much the usual stuff, Pat. Just, a lot more of it.
Now, is it just me, or does Deerfest get wilder every year? People seem to be more drunk, at least, or they start earlier and younger.
Oh, it's definitely not just you, Pat, but... Definitely, Pat. Hey, I'm talking here, Thornton. Oh, shoot, I lost my train of thought.
Not just me.
Yeah, it's wilder, Pat, but actually most of the trouble seems to be coming from grown men. People who ought to know better, Kids are doing fine this year.
Well, that's nice to hear at least. Boys, I want to thank you for stopping by. I'll let you get back to your patrol.
Sure thing, Pat. Yeah, sure thing, Pat.
See the building that had to be the Andersons' home on the other side of the field. It wasn't far now. I wasn't worried about trusting the ramblings of two burned-out geriatric wrecks. They had the goods.
Poxa, dois geriátricos é triste, hein, poxa. Maldade, né? Ah, o trator aí, ó. Ó o chefão aí, ó. Quer ver? Vou supor que é. Nossa! Que isso? Eu juro que eu pensei que era pra explodir ali.
Al? Is that you out there, buddy?
Yeah, it's me. Hang on.
Hey, let's go, man. I think we're gonna have to work together to open this gate, Al. Looks pretty heavy.
Nossa, eu empurrei com o ombro, ele falou que era muito...
On the other side of the field. We're almost there. This farm is a crazy place for crazy people.
We should feel right at home then.
Olha lá, ó, primeira vez. Eu sempre gosto de falar isso, não tá escrito Valhalla. Tá escrito Valhalla. Valhalla. Acho que não tem nada aqui não. Vamos lá de novo, empurrando o ombro. All gods know the truth. All não é old, né? Old. Lê direito, meu. Dá licença, meu. Você tá atrapalhando, cara. Você tá atrapalhando.
The lights are out. Guess we better check the fuse box.
Olha a bateria em casa. Deve ser bom, assim, você morar num lugar longe, que você pode ter uma bateria de verdade e não encher o saco de ninguém, né? Porque na cidade, não tem como, né?
Downstairs was out, but I was sure I could fix that at the fuse box. The power downstairs was out, but I was sure I could fix that at the fuse box.
Deve ser muito bom, né? Se tocar uma música com um som alto, não encher o saco de ninguém. Ninguém também se incomodar e vir pedir pra você ficar quieto. O disjuntor fica aqui em cima?
Again, Alice's screams rang in the stillness of the night. I saw myself run toward the cabin, flashlight in my hand. I followed my past self. I was an out-of-body observer, a time traveler in a crazy drunken dream. This was the beginning. The night Alice had disappeared. The mystery of what had happened during the missing week was about to reveal itself.
Achei. Mas eu não vou mexer aqui porque eu quero dar uma olhada. Já que eu tô aqui na casa, né? Deixa eu dar uma olhada rapidinho. Não dá. Opa! É a guitarra do James. Na verdade é branca, né? Não sei se é do James, não. Mas tá, né? Consertar o toca-disco? Ó, somzinho bom, somzinho bom. Será que meu celular reconhece? Oh, desculpa, eu bati no microfone. Mas parece que tá num pedaço só parado, né? Vamos lá, mexer lá.
Can you hear that, Al? Music?
Of course, we need to find where it's coming from. That's the message the Andersons
Como assim? Precisa encontrar de onde que tá vindo? A gente sabe de onde tá vindo, pô.
Oh, that's gotta be what's her face, the crazy lamp lady from the town.
Cynthia Weaver.
Right. Must be.
Que da hora.
Okay.
We need to find Cynthia Weaver. We'll stay here for the night and head back to town as soon as it gets light.
Hey, Al. Lots of hours before dawn. Might as well get some rest. And by rest, I mean drunk.
Come on, Barry, this is... Yeah, what the hell?
Poxa, mas se tá escuro vai dar problema, mano. Os bichos vão vir à noite aí.
No, seriously, because I know we don't get along, but we're gonna find her, right? And even though you're a crazy bastard, I'm gonna stick by you, no matter what, ever, Al. Sure, like a brother.
I'm a writer, goddammit.
Correct.
If I just wanted to, I could write 10 books a year. And they'd be the best books that year.
No, you couldn't.
That's right, I couldn't. But I could, because I'm a writer.
What? What do they put in this stuff?
I feel like my brain is coming out of my nose. I'm gonna get the recipe off those coots and be a booze millionaire.
I just miss her, Barry. I just want her here with me.
I know, Al. I know. It's gonna be okay. We're gonna make it okay.
Olha o perigo, olha o perigo. Acabamos? Não. Esse jogo dá um filme facinho, né?
Alice, I'm coming. It's all right. I'm coming.
It was a crazy drunken dream, and yet it was more than that. It was the truth, a suppressed memory unearthed by the Andersons' moonshine. I was there, an out-of-body observer. This was the night Alice and I had arrived at Bright Falls, the night Alice had disappeared. I had a chance to find out what had happened. I remembered being surprised to see the cabin dark. Alice would have never turned the lights off.
Alice? Alice!
I remembered thinking I caught a glimpse of her form underwater, sinking into the darkness.
Eu vou com você, eu vou com você.
Was the last vague memory I had of that night. After that, the next thing I could remember was waking up behind the wheel of the crash car and finding the first pages of the manuscript.
Del Lago.
I couldn't find her in all that blackness. I must have thought she drowned.
Alice!
Jagger had Alice, and so she had me.
Alice!
Quando eu foco, fica mais distante do que eu. Opa.
I'd been easy prey.
Look at the cabin. Is there someone in the window?
Alice?
Maybe she didn't drown after all. Maybe she's inside.
Alice!
Yes.
Vixe, agora apareceu o Gollum falando. Yes. Yeah. My precious.
The dark presence had touched me. She had dug her nails into my brain and used me, made me her puppet.
Master of Puppet.
She must be here somewhere. Maybe upstairs in the study.
Alice!
Yes, that's where she is. You can apologize.
Alice!
You'll laugh at the whole thing together and put it behind you.
Alice?
She's not here. You were foolish to think so. No, she's dead. She drowned.
Véia louca.
No!
It's your fault your wife is dead. You are guilty. All she wanted was to help you right. You killed her. Oh, hush. There's still hope. Cauldron Lake is a special place. Here, you have the power to change things. She wanted you to write. I will tell you what to do. You can write her back. The story will come true, and all will be well again.
Ah, foi você que ficou na minha orelhinha.
Alice, and the manuscript was the ransom for her.
O demônio é ardiloso.
Yes. All right. I'll fix it. I'll bring her back.
Ah, a jump scare que quis assustar e não assustou.
No. I wrote it. I remembered it all now. In the dark, I'd written for days, a week, almost a complete manuscript of a novel entitled Departure. Jagger had been my editor, whispering in my ear, making sure that the unfolding story would make her more and more powerful. I thought I was saving Alice. Even with the cobweb she put in my head, some part of me had been aware enough to write my escape into the story, to bring a light into the cabin to release me before I could finish, to interrupt the horror story before the ending, where darkness consumed everything and everyone. Zane was weak and far away, but I had written him into the story, and his light had been enough to set me free.
It isn't here now. I'm here because it was written. I brought the light to set you free. You must hurry. It will know I'm here. It will be back soon. It stole the skin of my Barbara a long time ago. She looks so old.
Caramba! Não lembrava dessas coisas.
Confused and groggy, my mind consumed by darkness and fear. All I could do was to escape. The week spent in the cabin had taken its toll. I was barely conscious and fading fast. It had to have cost Zane terribly, thrown him even deeper into whatever dark place he now haunted. But he had managed to weaken the dark presence, kept me safe that night.
Agora tudo faz sentido.
I wrote it. It's my fault.
That's right, James Joyce. It's your fault, and you're gonna pay for it.
Acabou! Uma música boa, vou ter que cortar. Peço desculpas pra quem gosta de ouvir a música assim como eu, mas eu tenho que cortar.
Previously on Alan Wake. Under the influence of the dark presence, I wrote a horror story that is coming true. Jagger had been my editor, making sure that the unfolding story would make her more and more powerful. Some part of me had been aware enough to write my escape into the story.
Together we can create something absolutely wonderful.
The lake, it does something to the works of art created here. It makes them come true. My mom gave me this old light switch.
The clicker.
Alice is being kept in a dark prison. I need to find Cynthia Weaver to fix this.
It's your fault, and you're gonna pay for it.
The clicker.
Well, we're expecting a record crowd from the neighboring counties. Naturally, we hope to break the record set by last year's Moose Fest in our neighboring town, Watery. Ladies and gentlemen, some people have asked me, what's the big deal about Deer Fest? And I think that this sums it up. It's about friendship and community. We've got a great party coming up, but let's try to hold it in until tomorrow and get through the night in one piece, all right?
Ó, tá preso. O Baird. Ah, o Alan Wake também.
Someone will come for it when the time is right. Thomas said so. He wrote it. The key is insurance. It's my job to keep it safe. Safe in the light. Always in the light.
Essa parte do restaurante aí eu lembro de jogar ela.
Pages were gone. The FBI agent had taken them.
I think my tongue just took a crap in my mouth.
Meu Deus.
Oh, wait, we're in jail now? Al, this is not good.
That about sums it up.
Certo. Eu tenho que deixar falando, porque se eu pausar, cai o frame rate, eu não sei porquê.
I'm never drinking again.
Mas...
She's the one in the song. The lady of the light.
Tá bom, mano. Vocês vão parar de falar ou não vai, mano? Pararam?
Whatever you say, Al, but we're stuck here. They're not gonna...
interviewed Wake.
I had some reading to do first, Sheriff, and let me tell you, it was an interesting read. Well, I've got you now, Raymond Chandler. It's all here. All the evidence, including conspiracy to murder a federal agent. There's no way you're walking out of here. You hear me in there, Bret Easton Ellis? Huh?
Agent Nightingale, I want to talk to your superior.
Well, we all want things, Sheriff. I wanted my... Look, that's not possible right now.
Agent Nightingale, I insist.
Nossa. Caramba, mas já tá acontecendo outra história, não tem como eu pausar mesmo, hein? Que loucura.
Wake, what's wrong?
Lady, are you stupid? It's a trick. It's an obvious trick.
Okay, I've had enough of this crap. Wake, I'm gonna trust you with this.
You're joking.
Agent Nightingale, your opinion would matter more if you were sober and if I actually believed you were here on official business.
Whoa! Get back in the cell, Stephen King. The only way you're leaving this place is over my dead... Wait a minute. I know this.
Foi.
Oh my god!
Light. We need light. It's the only way to fight this thing.
In my office. I've got your things there. Follow me.
Beleza, aí, ó.
We're sitting ducks with the lights out.
Olha, fica quieto só um pouco. Eu vou falar por cima porque vocês não estão ouvindo o tom alto, né? Tá esperando o momento. Ah, não, agora eu posso falar lá. Só queria agradecer. Muito obrigado para todo mundo que tá assistindo até agora. Obrigado para quem assistiu aqui depois. Eu continuo amanhã, porque todo dia eu tô jogando um capítulo, né? Então, amanhã, provavelmente, eu não vou dar certeza, eu prefiro nunca dar certeza, mas provavelmente amanhã eu continuo. Então, muito obrigado. Até mais para vocês. Tenham um bom dia. Até mais. Tchau.